I consider myself a safe driver because I have never once gotten a ticket and I've never been in a car accident.
I do consider myself a good driver because I think I try to follow those rules all the time, and I've been fortunate to not ever be involved in an accident.
The pace of life may be a little slower here, so perhaps people are more laid back, and that makes it a safer city to drive in.
Sioux Falls is considered the best driving state in the country just because people are very aware of and courteous of others, whether you're in a car or walking. People do a pretty good job of driving the speed limit around here, and like I said, it's just a general awareness of really taking care of our community by driving responsibly.
We're very excited that Phoenix was considered one of the safest cities in the country for driving. I think that primarily comes down to driver awareness, driver education. Driving is the most dangerous thing most people do on a daily basis. And I think that people are hopefully starting to get that idea implanted in their mind and make the appropriate adjustments in their driving behavior.
In our study, which represents the 200 largest cities in America, Phoenix, Arizona came out to be the safest city with populations over 1 million inhabitants. In the next category of large cities, slightly under 1 million inhabitants, Indianapolis, Indiana came out first. In the medium-sized cities, Tucson, Arizona was the #1 city. And in the small to medium cities in our study, Lincoln, Nebraska came out #1. And in the smallest of the 200 large cities in our study, Sioux Falls, South Dakota topped the list. We use collision data from 2009 and 2010, Allstate data, to determine the safest driving cities in the country.
There are a lot of things we do as local officials to help bring about safer driving. The most obvious thing is to get enforcement out there. Most of our programs that we work at through the street department have to deal with educating drivers about what they can do as drivers and what really they're responsible for doing as drivers. And the final area is just designing safer roads, things to make the walking, biking, and driving environment safer.
Human error is still the #1 overall cause of accidents, so practicing safe driving behaviors is the biggest preventive measure you can take. Minimize distractions, obey traffic laws, and use your car's safety features, such as headlights and tail signals, to enact safe driving.
I think some of the most important safety rules to follow are no texting while you're driving and no talking on cell phones.
Back in 2005 or 6, then Councilman Stanton actually got the City Council to adopt laws against texting while driving. There was a stiff penalty associated with it, and it keeps getting repeated to people. We need you to pay attention while you're driving.
With this study, Allstate hopes to create more awareness and more conversation around safe driving. Also, we hope that drivers will become more attentive and more tolerant to other drivers in their driving practices and behaviors.
The Allstate Safe Driver program has been great for not only the city of Phoenix, but the driving community as a whole. Every year when the numbers come out, they open up the discussion. And good, bad, or indifferent, people are talking about and thinking about traffic safety.